Hello beautiful people, welcome back to your girl's channel. And as you guys can tell by the title, it's a house update. We're going to show you guys how we built our entertainment center for our TV. We're going to show you how we applied our wallpaper and also do some sanding, some painting, a little bit of DIY here and there. If you're not subscribed, well, you guys know what you should do. Subscribe to your girl's channel, put on the post notification bell so you never miss a video. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I went to the dollar store and picked up some picture frames. These picture frames are going to be mounted on this entry wall right here as soon as you come in. So I bought 5, and the size of the picture frame is, well, the inside is 11 by 14 and then the outer part is 14 by 18. I really wanted it to be big because the wall itself is just plain and it's a very long wall, so it has a lot of space, so I didn't want the space to look empty. So I am going to line them up vertical. Only came in brown and gray, so obviously that's not the color scheme I'm going for. So we are going to spray paint these black, and yeah. Alright guys, so I'm currently taking off the cupboards off of the shelves. Well, I was taking down the cupboards because we are going to be sanding the cupboards and painting it black. So I'm slowly doing that, taking off the handles as well. So don't mind the condition of the kitchen right now. It's a hot mess. The house is under construction. So far what we did do is we did sand one cupboard so far. So we sanded it down and I just painted it black 3 times. But I'm thinking maybe I should prime it first. So maybe I'm gonna prime the other cupboards. I'll prime one other cupboard and then paint it black just to see the difference and how it looks. And if it does look better, then I'll prime it before I paint it, which I do recommend that you do. I'm just trying to skip steps because I'm too excited to install everything. But I also did the side panel here of our island. Once again, I did not prime it. I only painted about 3 coats. But I think for the other sides of the island, I am going to prime it so it looks a little more better. But yeah, and I did handle the gold hardware today on Amazon. So I ordered 2 15-pack gold 4-center hardware, gold hardware. That should be arriving, they said, by next week. Alright guys, so in this clip you're gonna see me cutting up some garbage bags. I'm basically just prepping the countertop area so I could use it to prime and paint the cupboard doors. So now I'm just taking some scotch tape just to secure around the edges of the garbage bag to the island so it doesn't shift. And of course, Princess wants to help. She wants to help with every little thing. I hope she continues to help when she gets older. Okay, so the next step is to remove all of the dust that came from sanding the cupboards. So to wipe that off, it's like a dry cloth method, just wiping that all the dust off so we could start to prime the cupboards. And as you guys can see, the brand that I'm using is called Beauty Tone, and I'm using that in white, and I bought the small can, 911 milliliters. Alright guys, so this is what one coat of primer looks like on the dark brown cupboards. Okay, now as you guys can see, I have primed all the panels of the island, also primed the sides, the exposed sides that you could see in the kitchen. I did the upper and lower, and also in between the cracks I tried to prime everything that will be visible. Okay, this is the next day. I let the paint dry overnight. As you guys can see, it took about 2 coats of black paint. And what I am doing, I had to take a knife to separate the green tape from the sides of the cupboards of the panel because it was painted down with the tape. So I just had to use a sharp object to get that green tape lifted. So this is what the TV looks like before we started building the unit, in between 2 22-inch windows. So this TV is, what size is this? This is a 82-inch television. Yes, 82-inch television. So we're gonna build around it. It's already mounted on the wall. We're not going to remove the mount because we paid a pretty penny for someone to mount it on the wall. So we're not moving it. We're just going to build around it. Alright, so in the next clip, we took down the curtains and we removed the TV. And we are slowly going to be measuring the 2x4s, how tall we want it, how many inches we need for the bottom, for the top, for the sides, all that good stuff. So I purchased the 2x4s from Home Hardware. I got about 12 pieces and it was just the exact amount that I needed. I believe in total it cost $55 with HST, GST, and all that good stuff. Alright, so we finished building the base for the unit. We are applying the drywall. We had to continue the following week because we were going to put a door. We weren't sure how we were going to access the fireplace, so we waited until the following week to figure that out. Alright, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and open this package from Amazon. It should have my gold hardware. And you guys, I had to order the gold hardware about 4 different times because I measured the holes incorrectly. This was so stressful. guys, so now it's time to apply the wallpaper. I purchased this as well from Home Hardware, and it's a wall adhesive paste. In order to apply the wallpaper to the wall, we used a similar brush like you would use as if you're painting to roll it on the wall. So we're using the roller to apply the paste on the wall, and we will then later apply the wallpaper on that section. So we did it section by section so the paste didn't dry out quickly. I also purchased a wallpaper smoothing kit on Amazon. It came with a black tape measure, a red squeegee, a vinyl cutter, and a knife with 5 extra spare blades, and it cost me only about $20. Honestly, it was a struggle at first. We were trying to get the hang of it, but after doing it multiple times, it was a piece of cake. Everything went smoothly after the first panel. And of course, we have our little helper, Princess. Now, as you guys can see, we're moving on to the next panel. There was about 6 panels that came in the package, and it fit perfectly for the wall. So hubby decided to take a break, so I took it upon myself and just started to help out with the second to last panel, just to see, if I got it in me as well. But then, as you can see, he came and bugged me up, asked me what I was doing, taking over his job. Yeah, so he just ended up finishing that part off. Alright guys, so this is the only time we actually had to measure and cut, because we were getting close to the edge of the wall, and then we also had to figure out what to cut around the light switch. And just a tip, if you are doing wallpaper or any type of painting, remove the cover of the light switch first, paint, do your wallpaper, and then put the panel back on, which I should have done, which we should have done, but you know what, next time. Voila, here you go guys, the finishing product of the 3D wallpaper that I bought on Wayfair. I believe it was $106. I can't remember exactly, but it was a little bit over $100. And you guys, I'm so in love. Now it's on to the accent wall in the foyer. Alright guys, so before I started painting, I obviously used the painter's green tape to cover up the sides that won't be needing any paint. I then used a drop cloth just to cover the floors, which I truly really didn't need to do, because if anything were to get on the floors, it's an easy wipe and it's gone. But if you have any carpet that you want to protect, then I do recommend a drop cover. This, guys, is the exact same paint that we use for our trims that I use on the stairs. We had a whole bunch of black paint left back, and I wasn't going to waste it, so I found use. and we're using it in a semi-gloss, but if you really wanted to, you would have to use an eggshell on your plain walls. It's up to you, but because it's leftover paint, I'm using the same one, which is semi-gloss, and it works and looks perfectly fine. And voila, just like that, the wall is done. The wall is painted. I used 2 coats and I'm just letting it dry. Now on to the entryway console. I bought this console on Wayfair. I just bought the cheapest one because I knew I was going to sand it and paint over it. So that's what I'm currently doing in this clip, just sanding down the table so I could then go over it with paint. And yes guys, it's the exact same paint that I use for my trims, for my walls, for my staircase. Listen, I gotta use up all this black paint as much as I can. And yes guys, I also purchased this sander on Amazon as well. Honestly, I'm an Amazon girl. Everything you see is most likely from Amazon, Wayfair, HomeSense, Dollar Store. Those are my places to go. Alright, and once I'm done sanding, you guys know the drill. You take a wet cloth, not too wet, and you just wipe it down. Guys, so I forgot to record myself painting the console table, but you guys get the idea. You just paint it, and then I just put it towards the foyer where it's going to be placed permanently, and we're gonna leave it for now because I do have to go and purchase some items to go on top of the console table. Alright guys, now back to the cupboards. Let's install these bad boys. And here you have it guys, all the cupboard doors are installed, but like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have to wait on the gold hardware, the handles, because I end up ordering the wrong size once again. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to another one of my home videos, home updates. Stay tuned for more home updates. Until next time guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, stay prayed up.